Hi, I'm Corrine, and welcome to Goodbye Gluten, where
saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food and great taste.
So please like this video, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel.
So it's wintertime here in the Pacific Northwest, and if you've ever visited Washington or Oregon or even northern Idaho and Canada, you would know that in December it's gray, cloudy, cold, rainy, you name it, it's winter. So there's nothing better than making a big pot of soup. Today we are making a chunky loaded potato soup. So let's see what we're going to need.
Soup intro take 2.
So today for our soup, here's what we're going to need. We'll need some chicken broth. You can use a vegetable broth if you prefer. We are going to need some sort of a milk. We're using soy milk because I can't have liquid dairy. We'll also need a little bit of a butter. We're using, again, a plant-based butter because of the liquid dairy. We'll need some bacon. We're going to cook this up and use it as part of our seasonings. Again, you can use plant-based if you want, or omit it entirely if you want to keep this vegetarian. We have about half a cup of diced onion. We have about a pound of diced russet potatoes, peeled, diced, rinsed. And then we'll need salt and pepper. So we'll need some salt and pepper for seasoning. And then we're going to use some cheddar cheese and some pepper jack cheese for additional flavor and creaminess. So let's get cooking. So we're going to start off with cooking the bacon. So you'll want to have a paper towel on a plate or in a bowl set aside. We're going to turn this to about a medium high-ish and then get cooking our bacon once the pot is hot. The nice thing is you can use the same pot for everything. It's a one-pot meal. So we've got about 4 strips of bacon chopped up. Alright, so we've got our bacon cooking. You can watch, keep an eye on it. It'll go from being raw to burnt in the blink of an eye, so do not walk away. Alright, so you can see this is pretty much done. There's a few pieces in here that are a little less done. We're going to start scooping this out. We want to keep all of that yummy bacony goodness down in there. We are going to continue cooking in our one pot by shoving those ones that are a little less done to the side. They'll keep cooking as we fish out the done stuff. You can see how golden brown this is. Yum.
Smells amazing. Kind of want some eggs with that and hash browns.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to turn our burner down just a little bit. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of our butter. I know this is probably super annoying for a lot of people. This is one of those recipes that is absolutely seasoned to taste. Meaning if you like more butter, add more butter. If you like, more onion, you can add more onion. So now we've got that melted, we're going to add in our onions and cook those quickly and gently. Bring it down just a little bit more to like a medium low. Because we don't want to deep fry our onions. We want to cook them and get them started. Until they're starting to get translucent. This will take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. It all depends on the amount of fat from the bacon you have in here, the temperature of your pan, the size of your onion pieces. So there's a lot of things that go into this. But the idea is that we really want to let those onion pieces absorb that bacony goodness, because that is going to go in and flavor our soup. All right, so our onions nicely started. We're going to add in our potato. Give that a quick little stir, just to, again, may as well save that bacon grease, right? Let's use it up. Got our potatoes coated. Mix in with the onions. Now we're going to add about 1 quart of the chicken stock. We want to cover the potatoes, but that's it. We don't want to be boiling them in, 6 cups of water. We're not making mashed potatoes.
So could they use vegetable stock to keep it vegan?
Yeah, absolutely. You could use vegetable stock. You could use plain water if you wanted to and just add a little extra salt. All right, so we've got this in. Give it a stir. And we're going to bring this back up to a boil. So I'm going to put it at a medium-high. We're going to boil this until the potatoes are almost done. This will take 8 to 10 minutes. Again, a lot of it depends on the temperature of the space you're working in. So it's been about 10 minutes. You can see it's all nice and steamy, boiling. I want to check the potatoes and just see where they're at. So they're not quite fork tender. And because I'm going to be mashing these up here in a minute, I want to let them go just another couple of minutes. So we'll let these go maybe another 3 to 4 minutes. It's been another 3 minutes, and really what I'm looking for is when I take the fork and just gently press it down. You see how nicely those mash up? That's what I'm looking for at this stage. Now we're going to turn this down. We do need to still keep cooking. I'm going to grab our potato masher and just mash up some of this. We don't want to make mashed potatoes, although what's wrong with that? But I'm just breaking this up, kind of stirring it in.
So the potatoes are just a hair bit over mashed potato consistency.
No, they're not quite to mashed potato consistency.
Okay.
Because we still want a little bit of chunk in here. So depending on how chunky you want this, you can keep going a little bit more. We kind of like having a little bit of the bigger chunks in it, so I'm going to call that good. Now I'm going to add my milk. This is where, again, you can use a dairy-based milk if you want, or a heavy cream. I'm using soy milk. The one milk I would say do not use is a rice milk, because those just turn it slimy. So I'm going to add about a cup and give that a stir and let that warm up. Once that milk warms up, we want to do this gently. You notice I've turned the burner down to a low. And I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the pan. Then I'm going to add our cheese. I have set a little bit aside for garnish on the top. This is where we'll add our cheese in and let that melt and make it all good. You can use a vegan cheese if you want, or even omit the cheese. In our household, the question is, why would you bother omitting cheese? We'll let that melt down. This will take 2 to 3 minutes. Now here is the best part. We're going to taste it to see what kind of seasoning we need. All right, let's see what we need. It definitely needs a little bit of salt. So again, it's to taste. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt and some black pepper. Here is where, if you like garlic or cayenne or red pepper, you add the seasonings and flavors that you like. We had white pepper. This would absolutely be the use for it. That looks good. We're also going to add in our bacon. Again, I set aside a little bit for garnish. Added our bacon in, stir it up. Give this another maybe a minute while we get our bowls out. All right, so we're ready to plate it up. Greg has decided he wanted to be involved in the taste test because that's the best part. So you can see it's all nice and
that's so good.
creamy and chunky.
This doesn't even need Tabasco, and that's saying something for me because I put Tabasco in almost everything.
I'm going to add a little bit of butter to mine. Do you want butter in yours?
No, I just want a little bit more cheese and bacon
Okay.
as usual.
Here's some bacon bits. Bacon bits on yours. We've got
A
some
little sliced green onion would be perfect in this.
Yeah, if you like that.
About this way.
Brown. We'll let him try it first. All right, here
I
we
mean,
go.
this smells amazing. Hot.
Oh, that is so good.
Oh my god, that is really good. Even though it's burning my way down my stomach, that is like really, really good.
Yeah. So thank you so much for cooking with us. Remember what we always say, saying goodbye to gluten does not mean saying goodbye to great food and great taste.